Hi, I got this Boxster S around about 7 years ago. I thought I'd share a few things that I've found out along the way. My history is in car modification, and I know there's an awful lot on the internet that's maybe a little bit woolly. Some of it's good, some's not. So really, to go through the things I've done and why I've done them, I've put down that it's about performance. Some's just about making it last longer. Nothing particularly about making it go extremely fast, but a lot of it may help you get a few more miles an hour out of it, and certainly handling wise, there are a few things that can be done to the Boxster to make it a little bit better handling car. So this is a very quick overview of some of the things I've done. If anyone's interested, then I'll maybe do another couple of videos on whatever it is you're interested in seeing. So hope you enjoy looking at what I've done, and any questions, feel free to ask me and post a message alongside the clip. Okay, you've got to start with the obvious. This is the intake to the air box. Boxster being mid-engine, it needs to get the air into it. The easiest way to do that, to make it better, is to de-snorkel it. Whip off the side vent, get your hand up, grab hold of the snorkel and give it a good pull. A bit brutal, but that's the way it is. This will improve the sound, you'll get more of a roar, but also allows the air to get in there a bit quick. It's not ideal where it's placed. Porsche know that, but that's all they can do. One other modification you can do is on the outer lip there you can make a scoop. The problem with the vent is it acts a little like a venturi. As the air goes past it, then it actually sucks some of the air away from the intake. So I think there is a firm that do a little scoop, but it's a few £100. You can make one yourself if you want to. Only useful at high speeds though. As far as cooling goes for the Boxster S, you need to remember it's basically a 911 engine. So the 911 cooled slightly different. So where Porsche went with the Boxster S was they put another radiator in the front. That's the one you can see in the middle. So it has a total of 3 radiators to the front, and it has a fan in the engine bay which goes out to the offside, which I'll show you in a minute. The other thing is that the front of the car has quite wide openings in terms of there's no mesh or grills. These collect a lot of crap over the months and the years, and it's important every couple of years to whip off the front bumper. It's not a big job, and clean out all the crap. You'll notice on the middle one, in fact, there are no slats at all. The reason for this is that the slats stop cooling. You can buy some aftermarket mesh which look kind of cool, but if you put them on, you need to expect you're going to get a drop in cooling of kind of 15% to 20% reduction in airflow. Porsche aren't daft, you know, that's the reason that they left those open like they are. Yep, they do collect crap. You can see there the slats. None in the middle there. You can see a collection of debris already, even though that's been recently cleaned. They're scooped in as well so that they go directly to the radiator. The moment you start putting mesh in there, you slow up the cooling. bearing in mind the water pump's at the rear of the car, that's just an air vent that has a fan which pumps hot air out through the offside of the car. Now that's the main problem that you find. They suffer with water going through the radiator cap. Okay, there's a superseded part, buy it, couple of quid, it will save you loads of problems. I've heard people on the internet say they suffer from water pump problems. They don't. If you see a puddle of water underneath the car, then chances are that if you haven't got any squealing or noise, then this will be the chappy. So the one on the right is the cap. The pressure goes on them, hence a superseded part. Buy it, all your problems will be solved. Okay, one of the things the Boxster is not known to be bad at is handling. Mid-engined, based on the 911, 90+% bits are 911. That includes the suspension, or a lot of it. The bottom arms, they are 911 bottom arms if you need to buy some. Sometimes bits are actually cheaper to buy for the 911 than they are the 986. All four arms are exactly the same. So front, rear, left, right, all exactly the same. What this means is that there are going to be some modifications you can make. What I would suggest is the same as always, don't replace in 2s, 1s, always replace in 4s if there's 4 of them. Now what I did, which seemed to improve the handling no end, is bought 4 new bottom arms and then replaced the rears with poly bushes. These are the Fast Road poly bushes, the purple ones. Now the reason for this is a lot of the weight is hanging on those rear bottom arms, none of it on the front, so it just makes sense. Stiffen it up where you need to. This will just save them wearing out and it'll give you a bit more performance. All of the rear end on mine is polybushed, as I say, with Fast Road. The front not so, standard bits with the exception of the front roll bar. I haven't put thicker roll bars on. It's got the black race front anti-roll bar poly bushes and just standard uprated poly bushes, the purple on the rear. This makes no end of difference on the handling. So if you're going to be replacing anything, as I say, always replace in 4s. If there's 4 of them, when you do the rears, make sure that you do poly bush it. It does mean pressing out the brand new bushes that you've got with the bottom arms. They come complete, but it's worth it. Okay, so there's the bottom track arm. That's got a poly bush in it, purple one as I say. Just below that is the anti-roll bar. Again standard but purple poly bush. Coney adjustables, Coney's all round. The rears are only adjustable off the car. A bit of a pain, so erring on the side of caution, set those up to 180 degrees from the stop, seems to work okay. Springs are MO30 Porsche Motorsport springs. Again, they drop the car about 5 to 10 mil, not a lot, but you don't want to be dropping it anyway. Camber's a pain to sort out to put lowered springs on, apart from the handling and everything else. So there's the bush, see close up, get the gauge to press them out, it's a lot easier. Again, bottom coffin arm, get them to do it. They don't like it, they'll do it, it's a lot easier, trust me. Okay, so exhaust performance is about as fast as you can get the air in and as fast as you can get it out. So exhausts come in 3 bits really. There is the manifold, the intermediary pipe which has got the cats on, and the back box. There are a few things you can do to improve the performance. Now bearing in mind, as we say, this was done on the cheap, the 986 using as many 911 bits as they could get. So fine where all the bits are also the same as a 911. Where they have to make differences because it's mid-engined, there are the compromises, hence the manifolds. The manifolds allegedly have been restricted so they didn't make the same power as a 911. I'm not sure that's the case. Chances are they were on a budget, they wanted some cheap manifolds, that's what they've got. So replacing the exhaust manifolds, really good idea. They're not too expensive, but they are a pain to fit. The intermediary pipes with the cats, keep them with what you've got. The rear box can be replaced, as you can see here. You'll see that I've wrapped those in heat lag. This is to stop the booming. I've also insulated all the cabin and engine bay with sound absorbing padding. They can boom. This is down to the resonance. Changing the cats to a 200 cell cat will make a difference and stop it, but so will lagging them and soundproofing it.